Cardano has just gained access to Tether Gold through the Wanchain bridge, giving access to a gold-backed token by one of the biggest stablecoin issuers and minters here within the blockchain space. We've also got the Reflect Studio releasing a brand new game on the Epic Games platform, followed by updates when it comes to XRP settling with the SEC, and last but not least, major updates for DePIN projects in Cardano. What's up, Crypto Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. My name's Fareed. As a part of today's video, big breaking news surrounding XRP, Cardano, and many other blockchains I want to highlight. Now, first and foremost, we've got the SEC taking another big blow here, waving the white flag against XRP. Again, this has been a trend over the course of the past couple of weeks. I just released a video highlighting the fact that Cardano, Matic, Solana, and a lot of the other top altcoins in the current ecosystem have officially been declared as no longer being securities. If you missed it, the SEC basically sued Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance, alleging that they were selling securities, basically any altcoin that was trading on their platform. That's been walked back, and there's not been an official settlement with respect to XRP. So I want to briefly highlight what that means for the broader crypto space and sort of the theme that we're starting to see with the SEC and the upcoming US-based election. Second, we've got some big news surrounding Reflect, a gaming studio here basically founded from members of the Cardano community, which have officially launched their first ever game, which is free to play, which I'll be breaking down, called Chronoshot. Now, I'll probably end up streaming this over the course of the next few days, but it's really good to see gaming finally pick up in the space following some recent news about Pavia, which is actually now undergoing a merger and acquisition. Now, after that, we've got a brief bit here surrounding gold on Cardano through the Wanchain bridge, and this is being done with Tether. So I want to highlight Tether Gold and exactly what that means, but now being able to also pick that up here in the Cardano ecosystem if you want to, again, through the Wanchain bridge, which basically brings interoperability and new opportunities for DeFi here on Cardano. Following that and staying on the theme of gold-backed tokens, we've got Gluon, which is released by the Djed Alliance or the Djed Stable Order. And this is going to be released on Ergo, which I take that back. It's already released on Ergo, but it'll be coming to Cardano. So I also want to highlight a second opportunity when it comes to gold-backed tokens or gold-pegged assets. Now, after that news piece, I want to briefly discuss Nuvola, which has officially partnered up with World Mobile to pick up a few of their air nodes for batch number 2, drop number 1. And then I also want to quickly review some of their active rewards if you're a Nuvola token staker. And then we'll close out by briefly reviewing a minor update when it comes to the official launch of batch number 2 for air nodes for the World Mobile token. Now, if it's your first time stopping by the channel, my goal is to provide you with all of the latest news, highlights, and tutorials, as well as interviews within the Cardano ecosystem. If you appreciate updates like these, please make sure to smash that thumbs up on the way in. Consider subscribing to the channel for more. And if you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave those down below. Now, if you'd like to extend your support, I am a single stake pool operator operating the official Dapp Central stake pool, which is stake pool ticker DAPP. Right now, by delegating to the stake pool, you'll be able to earn your traditional ADA rewards, which can be claimed at any given time. But in addition to that, you'll also be earning 3 additional tokens for no additional cost. That's because the Dapp Central stake pool is a ISPO partner for the Matera ISPO, as well as the Sarah ISPO, and last but not least, the Tokyo Pay ISPO. Links down below about that if you're interested. Jumping straight in here, we've got a big win here for the SEC, or excuse me, a big win here for the crypto community against the SEC with respect to Ripple. Now, before I talk about that, about a week ago, we saw the SEC backing down, claiming that Solana, ADA, Matic, and some of the other top altcoins in the current crypto space are no longer being deemed as securities. This appears to be done in the hopes that Democrats can basically win over a lot of the crypto community ahead of the US-based elections or the primary elections between Kamala Harris for the Democrats and Donald Trump for the Republicans. So on the heels of that major news, which is obviously very positive for Cardano, crypto, and blockchain in general, we've now seen a settlement with the SEC and XRP. Now, as a little bit of background, if you missed this, this was about a year ago. We had Judge Annalisa Torres stating that secondary sales of the XRP token were not or should not have been deemed as securities. However, initial sales to institutional investors were deemed as securities. And I believe there were about 1,200 or so sales for institutional investors before the XRP token actually hit the main market. So that said, they've been fined. And today finally wraps up, I think it's over 4 years of ongoing court cases or court battles for the XRP community. Now, XRP in terms of price action has pumped over 20% in the last 2 to 4 hours off of this news. Definitely do be careful. Obviously you're coming in after the pump now, so there could be a minor pullback or retrace. But of course, a lot of the XRP army is really, really happy, and it's now beginning to show in the actual price action. So it states here, Ripple's $125 million penalty ends SEC lawsuit. On August 7th or earlier today, Judge Annalisa Torres ruled in the SEC versus Ripple case, ordering Ripple to pay $125 million civil penalty for violating federal securities laws for their 1,278 institutional XRP sales. The fine is significantly less than the $1 billion sought by the SEC. Additionally, and in closing, Judge Torres imposed an injunction against future violations, basically making sure that the SEC can't come back and double dip and try to suit the XRP community again for very similar charges. This ruling officially ends the nearly 4-year-long legal battle and concludes that XRP is in fact not a security. The decision marks a significant win for Ripple and the broader cryptocurrency community. Again, we already had Cardano, Solana, Matic, Polygon, all of these other assets cleared, and we're now able to finally add XRP to that list as well. So Gary Gensler here not looking too good ahead of hopefully the end of his term, as we might get new bodies in office to take care of crypto and regulations within the US. Now we've got Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO right now of XRP, stating the SEC recently asked for $2 billion and the court reduced their demand by 94%, recognizing that they'd basically overplayed their hand. We respect the court's decision and have clarity to continue growing our company. So a whopping 94% reduction. What's interesting here is that Brad Garlinghouse mentions that the SEC had actually requested $2 billion, while the official article there at the very top says that they requested $1 billion. Regardless, they've only received $125 million out of either the $1 billion or the $2 billion that they've now requested. So I wanted to start off today's video with that here. I don't typically cover XRP, but in light of this pretty good news, right, for the entire crypto space, I did want to go ahead and give that a little bit of attention. Moving over, we've got some updates here surrounding a reflect. So shout out to L here, the biggest Cardano influencer in the community, where he states, we've dropped a Cardano game on Epic Games today called Chronoshot. Now I'm going to play some content here about the game here. Just give me a second. Reflex Studio has been building and leveraging gaming launchers like GoGo Gala Games and Epic Games to increase our user base outside of Cardano and in crypto in general. Gaming projects have been undervalued in Cardano for a while, and I definitely do agree with L here. Gaming has been a huge gem within Cardano. I want to give a shout out here to Cornucopia's Game. Unfortunately, we just saw Pavia basically shutting down their doors, or at least pausing development here as they're undergoing a merger and acquisition. But with a big gaming studio like Reflect here, it's really positive to see that they've officially released a game on a big platform such as Epic Games. So I want to take a moment here to quickly play some gameplay here. This is a shooter, and so again, pretty straightforward game here. But what I really like about this is the graphics and the fact that this will be free to play. So I'll go ahead and roll a little bit of the gameplay here, and I'll basically mute myself and let you guys enjoy this. And we'll pick back up here as soon as this wraps up. All right, so while that's getting ready to wind down, let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below. This reminds me of a game that came out not too long ago on Xbox and I believe maybe PlayStation. Actually, I take that back. It might have been an exclusive to Xbox, but it was called Lost Planet. And so that's really what this Chronoshot game reminds me of, is that particular game. Again, impressive graphics here. As it mentions, they've got single player mode. They've also got a multiplayer mode. And the best part is that this is completely free to play. Now, it states here that this does integrate blockchain or NFTs. So I would assume that there's probably in-game purchases for things like skins or for things like weapons, very similar to what we've seen with Fortnite and Epic Games, which has basically adopted like this free-to-play model, but with in-game purchases where you can basically purchase in-game assets or things that you can swap in and out using in-game currency there as well. We've got a couple of screenshots here, again, showcasing the game. Very, very professional looking, AAA quality, if I must say. And so again, I'm going to see if I can actually get this downloaded. You do need an Epic Games account in order to download this, but it should be completely free to play. So I'll probably try to get a stream going here in the next couple of days. So do definitely keep an eye out for that here on the channel. So in terms of what this game actually is, it states that Chronoshot is a free-to-play, score-driven sci-fi arena shooting game with specialized time mechanics. Time in the game moves when the player does, allowing for the windows of slow time where players can set up shots, create combos, or examine the arena to determine their next move against a growing number of adaptive enemies. If you guys want to find out more about Reflect Studios or Reflex Studios, they will be in attendance at the upcoming Rare Evo event in Vegas. You can definitely bet that I'll be at their booth trying to get an interview and just to talk to them about this game here. And I'm sure that they're going to have an actual booth where people can actually play this game live at Rare Evo. So the official website will be left down below, but it's available at RFLXT.com. And they've got a couple of different pages here dealing with gaming, the digital doubles, and then there's an about page and a contact page with more information about the team and exactly what their goals are. Now, this is their first ever game release. They do plan on releasing more games. Again, as you guys can see there on platforms, for example, like GoGo Gala Games, which Gala Games is its own network based off of or solely focused on blockchain-based gaming. And then Epic Games needs no introductions. The creator of Fortnite, the creator of Gears of War, some of the biggest titles here within the traditional gaming space. So to see them partnering up with big games like this is extremely bullish. But one thing that I definitely want to clear up on is how blockchain and NFTs is integrated into this game, specific to Cardano, right? So does any of this get recorded on the Cardano blockchain? Does any of this use the Cardano blockchain, given the fact that a lot of the team does come from the Cardano community? So if you guys have any connects to the Reflect team, definitely let them know about this video. I'm happy to get them on here for an interview. I'll be reaching out to Elle and a few other members from their about or from their team page. That's the second bit of news there. If you guys are enjoying today's updates, as always, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. One of the easiest ways here to support me as a content creator. If you want more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. And last but not least, if you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. Again, if you want to take your support a step further, consider delegating with the official Dapp Central stake pool. Next, we've got Wanchain bringing a gold-backed token or a gold-backed stablecoin to the Cardano ecosystem. So here we've got the release of XAUT, which is now cross-chain available through the Wanchain bridge. So if you're not familiar, we have Tether, the biggest stablecoin minter next to Circle, with billions of dollars under management or billions of dollars in stablecoins minted on chain. And they're now also bringing a first ever gold-backed token to their ecosystem. Now, because Wanchain is a bridging partner with Tether, they now also have the expanded ability to port that gold-backed token to other ecosystems that they have bridges set up to. So that, of course, includes Cardano. So taking a look here, if I jump over, I'm going to play a very brief video, but this basically breaks down what the gold-backed token is and exactly why Tether has chosen this.
The metal of the gods. Tears of the sun. El Dorado. It's been called many things. You can use it as a store of value, to diversify your assets, fight inflation, invest with safety. We're talking about gold. We've now created a new way to access it. Tether Gold. It's smart and efficient, easy to store, transport, and divide. Weightless and more flexible than ever, you can transfer it 24/7, enjoying the benefits of a blockchain token with the safety of the most precious metal there is. It's not just gold, it's better. It's Tether Gold. Gold made easy.
So there you have it there, the introduction to Tether Gold, which again is now available through the Wanchain bridge. I wanted to give them a huge shout out here. And what I'm excited about are the different DeFi and yield generating opportunities that we'll now have access to within the Cardano ecosystem as a result of this actual partnership or of this expansion into the Cardano ecosystem. So a lot of people have slept historically on Wanchain. I know that whenever there's the debate about USDT, USDC, people sort of write off Wanchain in the fact that they've already brought over those assets, including DAI, right? But again, keep in mind that those are wrapped versions. I think the biggest thing that people are basically throwing at Wanchain is the fact that they don't necessarily trust wrapped versions. But keep in mind, Wanchain has never been hacked. They've never had any drains, and they've been up to date in terms of security since their initial launch. So to hear that they're now expanding makes me even more bullish on their offering and even more bullish on what they do in general, which is just bridging to other ecosystems. Now, while we're on the topic of gold-backed assets, I also want to quickly take a moment to highlight the Gluon-based gold stablecoin on Ergo, which is now released by the Djed stable order or the Djed Alliance. I've had Bruno here on the channel to talk about Djed deployed on Cardano by Cody. Definitely do keep that in mind that that's just one instance of Djed. There's multiple products and they actually reach into multiple ecosystems, including Milkamada, Ergo, and Zephyr, a blockchain very similar to Monero or privacy-based blockchain very similar to Monero. So it states here that Gluon is a novel stabilization protocol inspired by nuclear physics, offering reliable stability or exposure to volatility based on your needs. Now, this will give you access to a digital gold on-chain backed by Ergo, or the ERG token, the native governance token or the native ecosystem token for the Ergo blockchain, without the risk or inconvenience of physical gold. Again, that's really sort of the big piece here about all of this. Whether you're looking at the XAUT token coming out from Tether or Gluon, this gives you direct access to gold without having to go through a traditional marketplace. Right now, or at least in times past, that was the only way to get access to something like gold, but you can now get access to a tokenized version of gold through these different types of blockchain-based assets that are pegged to the value of gold. So jumping over here, I want to quickly highlight the fact that we did see the Djed Alliance stating that the Gluon Gold token will soon also be available on Cardano. Very, very big news. Now, jumping over to the official Djed Alliance Twitter page here, they break down some of the mechanics of Gluon. Right now, this is still very, very early to me, so I don't want to go ahead and break down too much of it here, but I definitely want to go ahead and get Bruno back on the channel to talk about what this actually offers and exactly how you can go between Ergo to Gluon to the GAUC token and then back to Ergo again. So what I really like about this is that you have the ability to basically convert your assets between the three different types of assets as you deem, very similar to, for example, with something like Djed on Cardano, where you can basically convert your ADA into Shen, Djed, or back into ADA whenever you want to. Now, taking a look here, we've got some of the mainnet parameters. Again, of course, this is for Ergo, where we have one GAU token valued or equaling 1 gram of gold. And we can see that that's all backed by ERG. I would assume that when this launches on Cardano, this will be all backed by ADA. So very, very bullish here. Now, it talks about some of the volume periods, and then we've got some of the calculations here and parameters for managing the actual asset. Again, very technical here, and a little bit early for me to jump into all of this, but I'll have more content about this in the near future. So we can actually see that this is actually live on the testnet on Ergo. Obviously, use this as at your own risk. I'll leave the link to this down below if you're interested or are a member of the Ergo community. That will do it there for updates surrounding the Gluon Gold token. Next, we've got updates from Nuvola. So I've got an interview coming up here very shortly with Raul de Benedettis, and this will be touching on their recent partnership with World Mobile, where they've now committed to partnering up with them, purchasing a handful of airnodes for airnode drop number 2 or batch number 2 for the World Mobile token airnodes, which is for the Apex Air node as well as the Link node. So here we've got a brief video here, teaser of Raul, basically highlighting the fact that they'll be joining World Mobile's mission to connect the unconnected. Now, one thing that we don't have yet is exactly how many of the nodes that they'll be purchasing. But if it's going to be like any of the other prior partnerships that they've already established, we can definitely expect to see numerous, right? So I'm thinking maybe 20, 30, 40 plus air nodes that they'll be operating. And all of those rewards will go back to NVL token stakers. So taking a look here, we've got the big picture here for Nuvola, officially crossing over 2,000 holders within the Cardano ecosystem. In terms of how many of their tokens are currently staked, we have 80% of NVL tokens staked, which then grants you the ability to claim those rewards. So you'll be able to claim rewards for Iagon, which those are currently active, OrcFax, which is not yet active, the Minutes Network, which is not yet active. And I'm actually going to be having Josh Watkins, Mickey Watkins' brother, here on the channel for a full deep dive into the Minutes Network. So if you have any questions about that, leave those down below. That interview will be taking place this coming Friday. And then we also have a partnership with Cornucopias, which their nodes just went live. So rewards should officially be rolling out here for Nuvola token holders. And then there's an upcoming partnership here with Cerberus, which their nodes have yet to go live. So now we're going to be adding the World Mobile token here. And I believe that those air nodes should be able to go up a lot faster than those that were released in batch number 1. I've been doing live streams here for the past, I would say, 5 to 6 months with Cal and Rob from the World Mobile community, great ambassadors. So if you guys want to find out more about those nodes and what Cal's experience has been, because he is an air node operator for batch number 1, definitely make sure to check out those live streams. Those will be linked down below as well. And I think that's really it. Again, shout out to Raul, shout out to the Nuvola team. They continue to build here. They've come on the scene very quickly and have been very quick to implement, partner up, and really grow their network here in Cardano. Now, while we're discussing the partnership with World Mobile, we'll go ahead and close out here by actually touching on a really big update here in terms of timeline for the release of Airnode batch number 2, drop number 1. And so we have a bigger drop and a brand new date, which will now be August 13th of 2024, when the sale for batch number 2, drop number 1 can actually begin. Again, keep in mind that this will be the sale for the Apex 90s, which go for about $16,000, and the Link nodes, which go for about $650. And there's a lot more Link nodes than there are Apex nodes. And I believe initially the team had decided to bring out, I think it was 9 Apex nodes and about 520 some plus of the Link nodes. And they've now expanded that, where it states that we're increasing the allocation for batch 2, drop 1 to accommodate partner reservations and to basically satisfy increased demand and to ensure that the community of individual pioneers aren't left behind. This new allocation includes or adds 5 more Apex nodes and an additional 166 Link nodes. So that takes the total to somewhere around 700 or so total nodes, which should be going out here as a part of the batch 2, drop number 1. Again, I'm not sure that we've got how many total drops will be included in this batch, but this expansion is now basically doubling down in Reno. There's also a doubling down in California. And then there is one other area. The name is escaping my mind, but I did cover that as a part of yesterday's video. So that will do it here for today's update, a relatively long one, but an important one, breaking down a big win with XRP and the SEC and that settlement finally coming to a close for Ripple. We've talked about Reflect and their brand new Chronoshot game released on the Epic Games platform. I'll be streaming that here coming very soon. We've also got the release of XAUT from Wanchain into the Cardano ecosystem, followed by the upcoming induction of the Djed Gluon token on Cardano. It's already live on the Ergo testnet, followed by updates from Nuvola, and we just close out by touching on World Mobile. That will do it here for today's update. I hope you guys found this to be helpful. If you did, I would really appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. It's one of the easiest ways here to support me as a content creator. If it's your first time stopping by the channel and you want more content like this, breaking down everything going on in the crypto space, consider subscribing to the channel. And last but not least, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave those down below. That said, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.